Hey everyone, welcome to the Movie Throne. I'm your host, the one and only King freaking Kansas, here to bring you another possible bad movie review, or what you guys consider bad movies. But I think at this time, it warrants the title 100%. I decided, you know what? Let me watch back to back probably two of the worst of this movie franchise's history ever, and I agree. I'm doing Transformers Age of Extinction, followed by The Last Night, both directed by Michael Bay. In my personal opinion, yeah, I think he really shit the bed in these, in my personal opinion. I'm the hugest Transformer fan. I saw all the films in theater, and this one was a real letdown, especially when I was expecting fucking Dinobots, and in particular, the Dinobots that I grew up with. But like I said, when you have sometimes expectations of something and it doesn't turn out, it'll affect what you actually watched. It'll make it a bad movie when it's not a bad movie. But in this case, it's a fucking bad movie. This movie already had two major strikes against it. One, no Shia LaBeouf. He's my guy. No Megan Fox. And Megatron's dead. And then, of course, a new cast and everything, right? So, second was Michael Bay was back. And from what we got with Dark of the Moon, you're like, what the hell? One of the better films, but we lost a star, right? Anyways, he did what he could in this one, guys, in my personal opinion. He got Mark Wahlberg to replace Shia LaBeouf as Cade Yeager. You got Nicola Peltz Beckman. Yeah, she married Beckman's son. She plays his daughter, Tessa. You got Jack Raynor, who plays Shane. He's the professional rally race car driver in this damn thing. You got Mr. Stanley fucking Tucci. Holy shit. Unbelievable. This guy brought it in this movie. I don't care what you say. He plays Joshua Joyce. He's the guy is the genius behind creating artificial transformers, or transformers on his own mining transformium, and trying to form his own KSI robots. AKA, he tried to reformat Megatron into Galvatron. Fucking truck. Didn't turn out too well. Peter Welker came back to voice him, just like Peter Cullen came by for Prime. And another good voice actor was John Goodman came to play Hound, which is good. The other actors I don't remember for Bumblebee and shit, but they're back. Bumblebee's back, but he's a muscle car in this one. You got Kelsey Grammer, who's playing the military guy in this one. You got, I guess, Titus Welliver, who plays his assistant James, who goes around hunting people down. You got Bing Bing Lee, who plays Sue, Stanley Tucci's assistant in China, because he has a factory there. You got T.J. Miller, Mr. Co-partner with Yeager at the beginning, and then he bites the big one. Thank God, because, yeah, whatever. He was a fucking annoying more than anything. You got James Bachman, he plays Gil. That's the cast. This one, guys, basically, typical story. Yeager is in trouble. He's going to go under. He has a young teenage daughter who lives in the middle of Texas, who wants to be a teen. Of course, he lost his wife, doesn't want her to date. He's too over-controlling and shit, and she just wants to live her life. And, of course, trouble finds him. He ends up going to town, finds an Optimus Prime. Finally, we got a G1 Optimus Prime, even though he was rusted as shit, and in this film, I think it was called Evasion Mode Optimus Prime, and he's hiding there in plain sight. They're hunting him down. The Autobots are getting killed. You got Lockdown, one of the badass villains ever in the Michael Bay cinematic universe. Fucking amazing. He was badass, but he typically saw, what all villains go through and what is there. Badass, but when it comes to the last fight, somewhat easily defeated or distracted to be defeated. Turns into a fucking Lamborghini. Phenomenal. Just the way his mannerisms, and he's like a bounty hunter. The Dinobots look different. I was okay with that. But the way Prime was able to tame Grimlock, ride his back like a damn horse and save the day in the town, I'm like, no. Not happening. Drift was cool. It was a Bugatti and a jet, helicopter. Hound was a military SUV, whatever truck vehicle there. You got Crosshairs, who was the new Corvette that they brought out. Great. Bumblebee, which is a muscle car. And that was pretty much the Autobot cast. Decepticons, like I said, besides Galvatron being the truck and all of them being like knockoff versions and made up shit, there was no one really in particular to say, you know what, yeah, I know who that Decepticon is. Nobody at all. And of course, Galvatron, using his own little, I guess, DNA or whatever, ends up corrupting the system, gets his minions. War starts. They're after a sea that can pretty much, because of the creators, create this metal and harvest it and make more robots. And that's the whole movie, was basically that. They were on the run trying to stop them. There's a lot of fight scenes on the side of buildings and shit. Things blowing up like typical whatever the crap. Cars jumping around. Michael Bay typical slow-mos here and there. Dinobots wrecking shop a little bit with their rolls and shit like that. And then them disappearing. And of course, at the end, Prime doesn't want to put anybody as a target, so he ends up flying to space and goes, I'm coming after you. And that was pretty much it, the movie, guys. And yeah, it was okay. It was a little too long, though. 2 hours and 45 minutes, you know. Yeah, you had to throw boats and shit dropping down on them, you know, near the end of the scene, and then go and find them in a factory silo area there that, you know, Lockdown pretty much owns them. Kelsey Grammer bites the big one, whatever. And that was pretty much it. You know, a couple of funny comedic moments here and there. Some worked, some didn't. You know, overall, okay. It is the better of the two non-Shia LaBeouf present films there is. I'll tell you right now, because the last night, that really fucking, I can't wait to watch that and kind of get into that one as well. But it was major disappointment. This one, let down. It is the fourth best from all of them. I don't care. The original Shia once, hands down. This is where it is. Mark Wahlberg did what he could with what he had. Big task taking over Shia LaBeouf, because Transformers was Shia LaBeouf. I don't care what anybody says. It was him. You know, we followed his story and then he disappeared. Doesn't make sense, you know, but whatever. It is what it is. And yeah, a little too long in my personal opinion. Not the greatest. Didn't totally dislike it. It had some redeeming parts to it, but overall, not my cup of tea. And yeah, you don't have to watch it, basically, is what I'm trying to tell you guys. So anyways, you guys leave your comments in the comment section below. So there you go. That's my official Transformers Age of Extinction Michael Bay directed film that came out in 2014. Hope you guys liked it. Like, share, and subscribe. Done with the review. Tune in later today, of course, for Transformers The Last Night review. So until next time, be the hell good. Transform and roll out.